What's going on, YouTube family? Farley here to do a quick review of Web of Venom, Venom. This is a Marvel one-shot that came out last week, I believe. And I've read this thing a couple of times. And so before I get started on the review, just a quick summary of the story. I won't give any spoilers for those that want to read the comic. But the story is basically the government. We're fighting the war in Vietnam. The government uses Nick Fury to kind of find a new type of soldier that's more indestructible. So basically he blends soldiers with the symbiote, which he extracts from a frozen dragon. And anyway, of course, things kind of backfire. And the symbiotes kind of take over the soldiers in Vietnam. So I won't give any more of the story than that. Basically, this is the leader of the soldiers that have the symbiotes is Rex Strickland, who features in the Venom storyline in the comics. So basically, this one shot serves as mostly an origin story for him. So first off, I'm going to talk about the art. The art, I think, is very well done. I have no issues whatsoever with the art. This is a Goran Parlov variant cover that I think looks great. No issues. Juan Ramirez does the interior art. Again, no issues whatsoever with that. I think the art's very, very well done inside. So when it comes to the art, I'd probably give this a 7 or 8 out of a 10. The issue with this comic book is the story. I kind of blame Garth Ennis for this. I'm used to Vietnam. When Vietnam is used as a backdrop for comics, like The Punisher, of course, Nick Fury, the Nam, I'm used to those stories being a little bit grittier. And I thought this was very bland. You really could have used any jungle as a backdrop for this story. But the way like Garth Ennis uses it, he uses the Vietnam War as a backdrop to make it, number one, more realistic, but also a lot grittier than I think this story is. So I think it's a pretty bland story. You know, you're not attached to any of the characters. Yes, it's an origin story for Rex Strickland, but I think it could have been handled a lot better, say over 2 to 4, a miniseries, 2 to 4 issues. You could develop the characters a little bit better. So, of course, everybody knows Nick Fury, but I think the goal here was to get, more of a story on Rex Strickland. You get a very, very brief backstory on him from this comic. So, yeah, like I said, I just thought it was a very generic comic. Wasn't gritty at all. No characters really developed in this, which, to be honest, is an issue with one-shots, especially when you're trying to tell a backstory or an origin story and you only do it in one comic. How much attachment is someone going to get from reading one comic, or one comic about a character and forming any kind of attachment to them? So anyway, that's my review of it. Like I say, I think the art's an 8 out of a 10. I think the storyline's a 4. So overall, I'd give this a 6 rating out of 10. If you're wanting to get the backstory on Rex Strickland and you're a big fan of Venom, I think, go ahead and grab this. Otherwise, I think it's a comic you could probably skip. All right. That's what I think of Venom. Let me know what you think. If you've read it, let me know if you agree, disagree in the comments. And, yeah, you guys take care, guys and gals, and I'll talk to you soon. Farley out.